Bengals at Eagles. Bengals -6 is the line. Over under 37.5. Again, what am I missing here?
They're giving it away the first week. Um, so yeah,
So
if we look,
Joe Burrow is supposed to start, and he's probably gonna play. They said he could play, into the first quarter, a couple series of the first quarter, depending on how it slices. But after that, you've got Jake Browning, who we know is not good. We've got Desmond Ritter, who we know was one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the league, and then they have Peyton Thorne, a college free agent, who again was like an RPO guy with more run than pass. If he's in there in the fourth quarter, that's he could give you the Felipe Franks treatment where he throws back-to-back pick sixes.
yeah,
So I don't. And I don't know how much of I think Jamar Chase is, again. It's probably going to be a series, if two or if that. I've heard that the Bengals are going to play their starters a little bit. This might be the only action they see in the preseason, but still, I don't think they're going to do anything like above and beyond.
no.
Meanwhile, the Eagles, they got guys playing for jobs. Tanner McKee is QB2. My guess is he starts, and he's probably going to play for a fair bit. And we saw him last year, and he didn't look out of place. He looked okay. Kyle Honda McCord is listed as QB3. Again,
Well,
competent.
I I am a cordless as QB4. They have DTR as their third string.
Okay, yeah, Dorian Thompson Robinson. Okay, if he's QB3 and McCord is QB4, I feel even better about this.
I know. Well, I mean DTR was a bit of a preseason darling a few years ago with the Browns.
Yeah, I think it was last year
Yeah,
where he came in and was like running all over the place and looking awesome. So we could get that again.
yeah.
So again, I don't I, I feel like I feel like they're trying to get people to take these favorites just because like the starters are going to be in there for a series or two, and it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
They've got there are a ton of guys playing for backup jobs in Philadelphia, and based on the history that they've had there, they're they've needed their backups to come in and step up and play, and they've done a pretty good job. So I I feel like the receiver the the first three slots, the starting wide receivers are going to be AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jahan Dotson. Okay, after that, the WR4 and WR5, they've got a couple guys who could be NFL players, and Johnny Wilson and Aeneas Smith. Terrence Marshall is also on the roster. Avery Williams is on the roster. You've got NFL bodies competing for jobs who are going to be out there trying with Tanner McKee at quarterback. I I feel better about Tanner McKee for a half than I do about Joe Burrow going through the motions for two series and then handing it off to Browning. So again, I'm all over the Eagles on this one. Eagles +6 is the play. Sprinkle the money line. I'd even parlay Ravens and Eagles on the money line.
Well, yeah. We'll get to the third game, but yeah, Eagles +6. Yeah. I mean they're giving away the house. On
Bankroll builder, man. I mean, unless I'm missing something, we'll see what happens here.
yeah.